Hi, I'm Katherine Anderson, reporting for Daily Bulletin. I'm talking with Eray Yilmaz from the University of Western Ontario in London, Canada. Eray is sharing key learnings from the RSNA 2025 session, projections of future heat-related emergency medical imaging under climate change scenarios. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me as well.
Eray, your study projects that rising temperatures could lead to significant increases in medical imaging utilization. Can you tell me what inspired you to explore the link between climate change and radiology demand?
Yeah, so this project actually came from my thesis last year at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, when I was doing an MSc Public Health there. And by this point, I had done 2 years of medical school, and I really wanted to kind of tie my future career into public health. So it was actually exactly a year ago when I was kind of brainstorming my future thesis project for the summer, and I knew I wanted to do something at the kind of intersection of radiology and climate change. I kind of came across Dr. Kate Hanneman's profile. She's a cardiac radiologist at the University of Toronto and a big kind of sustainable medical imaging advocate. So I was reading her papers and I kind of acknowledged something that I really didn't really understand before, and that was the fact that diagnostic medical imaging does create a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. And I've really kind of appreciated that before, and I found that really interesting. So I reached out to her after reading her papers, and she agreed to do a project together. And yeah, we essentially kind of modeled the future climate change impacts on medical imaging.
And your study actually found that even small increases in temperature can drive measurable rises in imaging use. How can these projections help health systems and radiology departments prepare for the impacts of a warming climate?
Yeah, so I think our kind of project has meaning from 2 kind of separate ways. Firstly, we found that even in a future scenario where where the world kind of takes on a lot of sustainable operations, is really climate conscious, you find that temperatures and hence medical imaging demand is going to increase into the future. So it really kind of reiterates the fact that we need to start thinking about mitigating our excess risk into the future. And also, we found that, temperatures are going to start to increase in the future, and this will increase demand for not just medical imaging, but essentially kind of all healthcare departments and hospitals. So we really kind of should set alarm bells off in that sense. But in practice, what this means for radiology is really kind of taking on some sustainable medical imaging operations, such as creating heat wave protocols during times of intense heat, turning off CT scanners overnight, turning them off on the weekends when they're not used can help really decrease greenhouse gas emissions.
Yeah, absolutely. And the study also uses climate modeling to forecast future healthcare needs, which is a relatively new approach in radiology research. So, what do you see as the next steps for integrating climate data into radiology planning and policy?
So our study actually really only just looked at heat and heat's impact on the future of medical imaging. And as you know, heat is only kind of one kind of puzzle piece in the kind of grand scheme of climate change. We didn't kind of consider other factors such as air pollution, humidity. So I think the next step for radiology research is to really kind of collaborate with climate modeling scientists to really kind of build more granular data from models that incorporate all the kind of facets of climate change. And this can really reiterate the fact that medical imaging will increase into the future due to climate change and create more granular data that can be useful for radiology departments.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time today. And for more information about the study, look for this RSNA 2025 session on demand at rsna.org/meeting central. And as always, you can find more radiology news at rsna.org/bulletin.
Thank you.